What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly So Rare All Sports podcast. We are batting practice, of course. Before we get too far into the episode, we are 1 week out from Christmas. There's a lot going on. There's actually not a lot going on in the world of sports. We'll talk about it later, of course. But, boys, how are we
There's a
feeling?
lot.
How are we
We're
feeling?
good.
It
We're
was
good.
like 20 degrees today, but it was also like 50-mile-per-hour winds, and it was absolutely freezing.
50.
That
That's
might be an
nuts.
exaggeration, but it was like to the point where my car was like moving on the
Ooh,
highway. It
that's
was very
fun.
windy. Yeah.
But that makes me think. So, has anyone ever done a thing where they put a pitcher on a mound with the wind? Like, so if like let's say Chapman or can throw like 103-mile-an-hour fastball, if he's got the wind in his back, like can he push 120? Like, how fast is that baseball?
Oh,
Let's
nah,
get
it's
into
too
some
short.
physics. It's too
It's too
short.
short.
So the no
It's
no
too short
wind.
of a distance. I think you would need the wind to be like tornado wind.
I think it'd have to be
Tornado.
I think it would have to be extreme wind to even make any difference. I don't
Okay.
even think let's
It's too
say
much
like a
physics for
wind,
me.
let's say a
Ooh.
wind gust. Like
Yes.
something
Okay,
that's
I
actually
guess.
possible during a baseball game.
Like in
Okay.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say the fastest wind gust at Chicago is 40 miles per hour on the field level. I don't think that even makes point 0.1 mile per hour of a difference with the pitch.
Wow.
Point one.
I don't think it does. That's actually tough.
I think it
Any
speeds it up a bit. It's
any
but
physics people out there?
120 is crazy. Yeah, any physics people?
Do the math for us.
Yeah. So it's maybe it's not on the pitch, but it certainly influences the hit, though. Like we all
Absolutely.
agree. Like
Well, yeah.
if you go
That
to any game at because then we're talking about 100 yards at a minimum, probably closer to like 130 yards or probably 100 meters for all you Europeans um, who don't like our U.S. system. To be honest, I don't either. Um, but yeah, I mean, like for example, I mean, oh yeah, no, this is an old shot of San Francisco's ballpark, but at the time, center was 421 feet out from home plate. So and that's right on the bay in San Francisco. So I'd imagine it's got to be pretty gusty some
Oh,
days.
it's still that far. It's still that
Mm.
far out to Triples Alley out there.
Triples Alley, yeah.
Yep. Uh
Well, how
it's
about do you
very
think
windy, yeah.
do you think if it was windy enough that you could get a pitch to rise if you put enough backspin on it?
Mm.
No. That's
You
the
think
only
that's
way you can do
harder?
that is putting enough backspin on that. The wind
Yeah,
is
but
the
the wind
wind.
will help.
No. No. It's going too fast. Think of how much movement a curveball moves. Think of how fast that's spinning. You really think the wind's gonna speed that up?
It's
What if
true.
the wind's going the other way? If the wind's
It's
blowing
true.
the other
True.
way, it's not like you're not throwing curveballs that day.
It's true.
At least that's how I never factored wind into my pitching at all
That's why I don't think it would
going into
affect
high
the
school.
velocity.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're overthinking it's not going to affect anything.
Okay, well, can you guys guess the windiest ballpark according to the hardball times?
Is it not
The
Wrigley
hardball
Field?
times. Well, don't ask me about my
It's not
hardball
Wrigley.
times. Is it San
It's
Francisco?
not Wrigley. It's not San Francisco's number two.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
It's windy
Windiest
in San Francisco.
ballpark. Is
Yep.
it Seattle? That's technically.
No, it is not Seattle.
Wow, okay.
Now this data could be old. I think this is from 2015. So
is it guaranteed rate field?
no, it is
No,
not.
is it Minnesota? Is it Target?
Target Field is pretty gusty, but it's not number
All
one.
right, what is it? What
It
is it?
is,
Too many,
and
too many.
I actually don't think this park exists anymore. Marlins Park, didn't they renovate it? Um,
It's a dome now.
Yeah.
right.
It's not
So
windy
before,
anymore.
Okay, that's
so
old.
before
Okay, so San
Marlins Park.
Francisco. It's got to be San Francisco
So
then.
now it's
Yeah.
San Francisco.
There you go.
Yep.
Congratulations, San Francisco.
That would have been my guess.
There we go.
Well, all right. What do we got? Dude, so anyways, what do we got? I know what we got. Let's spoil
Are you
before
gonna
we
do a
get
reward opening?
well, we already opened it, but you guys don't know
I say I was meaning to ask and I
what it
forgot.
is because I finished 31st. That's
Wow.
right.
Woo!
31st in limited contender. So
Let's
it's
go.
definitely something that I have not done before in basketball. I don't think I've won a tier one before at all last year. I can't remember, but I feel like I would if I won a tier one.
There you go.
So let's go ahead and I hope I can share this because it's on this account. Share
Jacob, before you
screen.
share that, I
Advanced
have an
sharing
answer.
options. Who
You
can
have an
share
answer.
all?
According to jmcdonaldmedia.com, throwing into a tailwind or wind coming off your back, the wind going with the pitcher, you could say, it'll help push the speed of the ball by an extra mile per hour or two.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
Wow. Wait,
A 10-mile per hour wind is enough to slow the ball down or speed it up by 1 to 2 miles per hour.
Okay, so you're
Hmm.
50-mile-an-hour gusts, Josh. We might not be that
Okay.
off. We
I
might
don't
not
know
be
if
that
that's a
off.
direct like 5x. If
Yeah,
it's 50
if it's
instead of
linear, if
10,
it's linear,
but
it's
it would be
probably
a
yeah,
couple miles per hour.
yeah.
Who knew? I didn't know that. What do you know?
There we
Chapman
go.
could hit 106. I don't know.
Who's that
Maybe.
good-looking guy?
That's Nosh. It's his twin.
Oh yeah.
So here we go. Obviously we get a tier one, we got to make content off of it. We're not just gonna sit
Obviously.
here and watch this and open up a reward and then talk about it. We're gonna talk about it and show it on YouTube. So let's just roll the clip. All right, we finished 31st in limited contender in Sorare NBA. We got a tier one reward coming. Let's go, baby. All right, let's open it up. We see Atlanta Hawks guard. You already know that's going to be Trae
Trey
Young.
Young,
I can't be
baby.
that mad. Tier one. Let's get it.
Oh,
All right,
Hell yeah.
all right. So Trae Young at 31st, 1 through 50 places first through 50th get a tier one. So I was pretty mid pack. Trae Young, how are we feeling about that? I know my reaction because I've seen it for the past few hours, but he's a 53 average. He's 25, plays for the Hawks. So I'll let you guys go off of that. You can go do your research on Sorare. In fact, no, I'll just let you know he's $25 his floor on
wow.
Sorare data for his minimum limited price. So
Man,
what do you guys think?
25
What do you guys
bucks.
think?
25 bucks in this market? That's like 500 bucks in the real world. Boom,
True.
roasted.
That's what
Take
kind
that,
of boy
Solar
math
NBA.
is that?
We'll talk about the boy math later. That's pretty solid. He's a great player. Um, Personally, I wouldn't be too happy with it because I don't love Trey Young, but I would be happy with it for my silver lineups. He's a good MVP for your champ lineup but you already have one, I think.
I do, but what I can now utilize and I would say actually compete in is street ball.
True.
Oh,
Um, like sometimes Giannis will have a bad matchup, and I'll play Trae Young. Like I'm not
Yeah.
that mad about it.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Or sometimes Trae will have a bad matchup, and I'll play Giannis, and I'll throw Trae Young into a street ball lineup, and then I can throw him in there with like I have Jimmy Butler. In fact, what do I have right now for my street ball lineup? We have Jimmy Butler. We have Pascal Siakam. Two like high 30 averages. Pascal's 42. We have Trae, Trae Young, 53. And then I have Brooke Lopez, 37.
Okay.
And I have Bam Adebayo, 42, 43, I think. So
Nice.
pretty like 40 average street ball lineup. That can compete.
Yeah. I
That'll
think that's a
play.
pretty solid, yeah. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Did you happen to look what other people won around you?
No, I didn't. I didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I'd take
yep.
it for sure.
Yeah, that way you don't have to know what you missed out on.
I
But no,
figured,
Trey
like,
Trae Young's
yeah.
great.
I figured it wasn't going to be a Giannis. I figured it wasn't going to be a Wemby. I figured it wasn't going to be a rookie at all. I feel like those are reserved for top, maybe podium spots. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not like ecstatic. I'm not through the moon, but I'm all right with it. He's going to go into my lineups.
Yeah. I mean, this is way far down the road at this point, but the Hawks haven't looked great to start the season. If they get into the playoffs, they'll probably be a lower seed getting in, so might not be super helpful come playoff time. But again, that's super far down the road.
Yeah, I think he's a good depth piece. I personally have his real life fungible, his
Oh,
rookie red Panini
nice.
red ice prism.
Oh,
oh,
I
It's one of
think I have
my
one of those.
nicer cards out there. I've been a big fan of Trey's, but as Josh said, there's just something smug about him that as a player, he's not really my favorite, which is ironic because I collect his physical merch. Um, but he is one of the top young players in the game, even though he's only 25. He's been in the league for a while. I almost kind of look at him like a young veteran, if that makes
yeah.
any sense.
Yeah.
But no, I
You
mean
don't realize he's 25, huh? I thought he
no,
was a little bit older too. I thought he was a little bit. It's like, oh my god, he's only 25.
He
He's been
kind
in
of
the league
looks
for a
like
bit.
he's 35, but it's beside the point.
yeah. But I mean, I from a sober perspective, I think if you're serious about playing champion, I think you probably need two MVP type players because, like Jacob said, either it's matchup or maybe number of games. Injuries also happen. Giannis or Luca, or AD. If you're running any one of them, they've been all hurt at some point this season. So having a backup that means you can still compete on those off weeks, and then to Jacob's point, you can plug them into street ball. I wish there was a better option for that, but I think street ball is a perfectly fine one.
Well, yeah,
And
I
maybe get some extra money.
like the thing is, I feel like street ball differs from a true no cap in that a lot of people are like us and they're putting their reserves, I guess you could say, into street ball. I don't think people are prioritizing unless they own four Giannis's and four Trey Youngs and four Lucas and four Wemby's for this exact point. Like I don't think my street ball lineup that I have now is going to compete nearly as well in a true no cap.
That's true. That's true. I was just more getting around the fact of like
I
I
guess I just felt like pointing that out. Not
yeah,
really. Yeah.
it's nothing. I'm not harping against your decision. I'm just more saying I wish there was an alternative competition besides champion for you to enter Trey in that paid out a little bit better rewards. But for now, I think street ball is a great backup for any of your champ players that you don't want to put cap space on in a contender. It's probably your whole
Yeah.
underdog. So you're probably not gonna be able to play him there. And he's 25, so
Not a
unfortunately
veteran.
he's not a veteran, nor is he young. He's too
He's
Ah,
Trey
young, but
Young.
yeah, he's too Trey to be young. So unfortunately, unless they're Sorare could announce a competition for just Trey Young, and in which case its
Oh,
price is gonna moon, man.
I would at least
that's true.
tie.
You would
Speaking
at
of
least die.
rewards,
That's good.
yeah, speaking of rewards, did you guys do anything? Anything wild and crazy over the past game week or two?
Let's see. Well, I'm a whale, so I win hats, I win merch.
Ooh,
Wow.
hats.
Yeah, there we
You win
go.
hats? Hey, real quick, I'm going to shout us out in the beginning of the podcast because we never do. Leave us a like, leave us a rating if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Spotify. We always ask at the end, but I'm just going to throw it out there right at the beginning. We are at episode 60. We're close to 69, so that's all that
We're at
matters.
68, I think.
Yes. Oh, that means
Oh.
Christmas special is going to be episode
Oh my god.
69.
All right, there we
All
go.
right, that's perfect. So yeah, whatever platform you're on, go ahead and do that. All right, let's peep Andrew's gallery.
Well, before
125 limited cards. Sheesh.
yes,
Sheesh. He owns That's like all of the NBA's starting team. Like 5 times 30 is 150. You
That's
have
true.
almost the entire. I mean, I don't know if you have duplicates and such. Plus,
No duplicates.
you don't own every team's 5 starting
No,
5. So
I don't.
that would be
And
impressive.
And there's quite a few players that are no longer in the league that I'm keeping around for collections whenever they come out. But one cool feature, I feel like I've been too negative on Sorare. I really love the new My Club page. And after we discussed it, I don't think I've told you this, but like I finally get their new design, like the lobby, my lineups. It all makes sense. But shout out to them. My Club page looks great. Have a little description here if you want to follow me. I think there's even, well, for football, there's a follower reward for your
Ooh.
level that probably will mean something in basketball eventually. So if you're not following me, would love a follow. 17 of you are already
Decent
doing
amount.
so.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is
Yeah.
pretty good.
And so another cool feature, you can set a featured Hall of Fame per sport, and it looks really cool. So I wanted to celebrate my 2 one-ofs that I spent way too much money on. That was a interesting financial decision. But if Sorare NBA does ever become a thing,
Oh, poor
and
Evan Mobley, man.
I know, dude,
Just
I'm
went down for surgery today.
I am the curse, boys. I bought
Kate
Kate.
Cunningham,
Kate is
Evan
out.
Mobley. Oh no,
Mo-
Oh my
I
gosh.
I am the curse. I am the curse.
you're
So
2 one-ofs. I don't believe it.
unfortunately, I those are my well, fortunately for every NBA player, those are the only one-ofs I own. So that's at least good for the health of the NBA. But I'm very proud. These are my favorite. I like Barnes and Durant too, so I wouldn't say they're my favorite, but I gotta include Giannis. But these other two I'll probably interchange here and there. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, so this is the guy I won today. I honestly I don't know much about him. Yeah,
That's huge.
Dude,
I made a
he's
video
been-
about him.
Yeah,
He's
he's been so
legitimately
good.
top 3, top 4 this year for Rookie of the Year. Jaime
Yeah.
Jaquez Jr. I was looking at his cards to buy, but they were too expensive. So you won him? Is he a tier 1?
no, he's a tier 2.
He's a 2. Okay.
Tier 2,
Yeah.
but honestly a dub tier 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a great
absolutely.
reward.
That's
Yeah.
the thing is like you can use them in all these competitions for a 27 point, like for what I was looking for. You can get a 27 average on a good team, like a good player for half his price.
Yeah.
But
Got the
that's
rookie.
a huge dub.
Yeah,
Huge
got the
dub.
rookie.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then got my second Jalen Williams, but spelled
Okay.
differently. Mr. Jalen Williams of the Thunder, not to be confused with here
Yeah.
by Serge Williams. They're very funny
Not
side
a
by side.
duplicate.
Mhm.
Not a duplicate. I had to confirm. Oh wait. Okay, we got Mark. Okay. Wait, guys. I think I might
Whoa.
have to make them all Williams team.
Oh,
and
yeah.
roll it out. With all unique Williams. So we got Jalen, Zaire, Mark, and also Jalen. So Jalen sandwich going on here.
Dude, oh my god.
So-
Your average was 83. So you
Yeah.
have, let's
That
see,
could be a
you have
contender.
is there a 37 Williams out
All
there?
right, we're going. We're just
Robert,
this is how I
Grant?
do it.
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams.
Grant?
Okay.
Robert Williams the third.
Let's look it up. Okay.
There's a lot of scrubs that are Williams.
Search Williams.
Who's gonna be the highest? I think Mark is the highest, actually.
Yeah, Mark
But I need
Williams. How
someone that I
about
don't
that?
own.
I know. Huge dub buying him last year. Sorare struggling a little bit. There's just so many Williams.
Oh man, there's just too many Williams.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
Oh, that's what. It needed
it's
to load
loading.
the other cards first. Yeah, so
Do you
after
guys-
this, we'll pop right into
Oh, here we
there
go.
we go.
Do you go?
Holy.
29. Is this Mark? This has got to be Mark.
No, Mark's 30
No, Mark's
something.
30.
Oh, who's this guy?
That's
Who's this
probably
guy?
Grant, right?
This
Oh,
The
is
suspense is killing me.
The suspense.
Patrick Williams.
Oh, Patrick
Wow,
will, of course,
Patrick
Pat.
Williams.
He will.
Pat Dub.
All right. I'm gonna make an all Williams lineup. It's gonna be fire.
Let's
Um,
go.
Yep. And we're gonna win. We're gonna win another Williams with my Williams.
Oh, that would be.
The
All
all
right. Well, yeah.
Willie team.
Sora's getting a little shy, so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't need to.
yeah,
We
yeah.
don't need to
But
watch
that's
me do
Sorare's
that.
well, you
getting a
have
little
plenty of
shy.
options. You have options. All
They
right.
Yeah.
know
Who
they
knew?
know what we're talking about next. That's why.
Mhm.
Building an all Williams team
Yeah.
is pretty hardcore.
Love that. All right.
Maybe if I
Well,
win something, I'll get a Mark Williams jersey.
Yeah,
That
I'll
that
way.
would
send you
be,
one.
dude. You should. They should have a collection. You should get a collection bonus for having
There
all
we
the
go.
Williams in Sorare NBA.
There you go.
Yeah. I have four.
That'd be
I have four, which is crazy.
That's funny. I wonder. Okay, this is way off topic, but I wonder
Oh,
what last name is the most common in the NBA because Williams has to be up there.
Be like Smith or Williams. There's a lot of there's so many Smiths.
Do you think someone's already done the research?
Yes.
it might even follow like close to just the bell curve of last names.
Yeah. We got more international people though.
That's true. That's true. Um,
Oh,
too
Johnson,
far.
boys.
All right. I'm saying we're too far off. We need to get back on topic here. We need to start talking about rewards because otherwise we're gonna just keep talking about last names.
Williams is number one in NBA history, by the way.
How
There you
about
go.
that? How about that?
Yep.
There you go.
All right, we'll start it up.
All right. So we discovered 6 days ago, so rare released an update, a product update, a roadmap. And the first thing, and this is football only, but we're definitely going to relate it to baseball and basketball, kids. No, we're going to relate it here because, as we've seen in the past, a lot of things from football besides the threshold have made it over to baseball and basketball in their own sort of way. For example, U23 is now in basketball. So they are just like they are in NBA, they are working on other ways to distribute rewards depending on if it's cards, if it's cash, if it's both, if it's XP, if it's credits. And they are introducing reward boxes.
Woo!
Woo!
Loot boxes.
What is it?
Sorry, I'm just talking here.
No, it's okay. I just want to know what it is. I'm so excited.
Really need to share with sound. Reward boxes. Here we are. Doesn't that look cool?
Ooh, shiny.
That's cool.
That's cool.
So here we go. This is the Medium article that Sorare released, and the first thing that they talk about after the intro is the reward box special 270. 270 for our non-football players is just the cap that is in soccer. So they are running this game week, or they are running this competition for 4 game weeks, 433 through 436, which is coming up. I want to say not this next one tomorrow, but after that. I could be wrong.
Sounds right.
And this is of when we're recording, so that could be totally off when we upload.
Yeah. Still
But-
game weeks 433 through 36.
Yeah. So this competition is the same eligibility rules as Cap 270. Simple enough. You are playing limited cards, and then so on and so forth for other scarcities. Reward Box Special offers a new exciting reward experience with the goal of rewarding more managers in order to help them build and grow their club. The reward experience also aims to address a number of reward frustrations and feedback we have collected from our community, including managers believe they need too many points to win a reward that brings excitement on rewards day. Does that sound familiar? At football players scoring 420 points, blazing it, and not winning a reward. Winning XP that would be a more interesting reward so managers can select player cards that they want to level up. Managers care more about top tier rewards, and it's important to ensure that top performers in a game week are rewarded fairly. Simple enough. I wish they would have addressed something along the lines of lower tier cards also need to be addressed. So here's some sort of way that we can address lower tier cards, but that's not the point of the reward boxes. That's a whole different topic. So the solution they are offering is the top 7,000. And now, if one of you guys could go quick check how many people entered into last week's
Ooh,
cap 270. Not
Let's
the
see.
Let's see. Last
Yeah.
week there was 14,000.
So
wow.
about
So
half.
half. Wow.
Hypothetically, if all those people switched over here and then there was no one new entering and there was no one that was already planning on entering this, that's about half. It's about half rewards. And top 3,000 are getting a standard box. Top 1,000 are getting a premium box. And the premium boxes are going all the way up to first place, with the actual card rewards starting at 200th place. So 200th out of about 14,000. It's top what? 1 out of 14.
Mm-hmm. Like 7%.
Top 7% people are going to get a card. Yeah. So,
And that just shows like that math is really hard. Like if you're like finishing top 7%, that is quite a threshold to hit.
right.
And because you're playing against other managers,
I think
that
it'd be
number can be
0.7%. I think we're a 0 off here.
we are point
Two-
so less than 1%. Yeah.
200
it's
divided by
200,
14,000, not 1,400. Yeah.
Wow.
So 0.7% of people are winning cards, but half of people are winning reward boxes. What are reward boxes? Depending on your placement.
0.7%. It's 0.014%.
Oh, 1.4.
No,
Yeah.
no, we're what 1.4%.
Yes.
Yes.
1.4%. Sorry.
So 1%.
Yeah. 1%.
Okay, that seems
Sure.
about
So-
right.
So if you win a
Anyways-
card roll, you're
anyways.
1%er.
Beside the
Anyways.
point, half the people are going to win reward boxes. We
That's
suck
huge.
at math, but we're not a math podcast. We're a boy
Yes.
math podcast. And depending on your
Facts.
placement, you will qualify for one of 3 reward box types: light, standard, premium. With each box offering different probabilities of the type of reward you can win. Visit our live game week. Someone try to find this, because I've clicked on this so many times and I cannot find exactly what they are offering in these boxes.
Oh. Does it not open?
So if I copy this link, no, it opens. And I go to, can you see my screen now?
We just see the medium article.
I have it. I have it.
Josh has got it. Let's see
Alright.
it, Josh.
All right.
Share.
I will
Steal the
share.
ball.
Steal the share.
Share. Continue. Stole. Chrome. Bang.
Steal by sharing.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Whoa.
in the
Holy
limited premium box,
There we
these are
go.
the percents chances for winning different tiers.
Oh.
So a 3
Oh, this
times
is loot box. This is
Wow.
nice.
Oh boy, man. So you have a huge chance of getting a level up. 3x level up. 80% chance. You only have a 15 or 20% chance to win a card in one of these boxes.
And keep in mind, all the people that
That's-
are getting
Yeah.
these boxes already get a card. If you get a
Yeah.
premium box, you already get a card. So
Right,
this is a
right.
card on top of that card.
No,
So I'll be curious.
Premium. I thought premium boxes were top 1,000, but only 200.
I thought
Premium
it was only
boxes-
top 200.
Yeah, so this group of people
Mm,
do not get a card.
Yeah.
there we
But
go.
does it change? Let's find out.
They could get a card.
Nope, it's the same.
So let's. All
Okay.
right.
So
There
do
we
you think
go.
there's a higher chance of getting a card in the lower?
Let's
Even
see.
though it's
Well,
a lower
no.
tier?
let's hold on. Let's go back to premium real quick. Let's rate it off for the listeners here. So in the premium limited box that you can win, this is in addition to winning a card if you won a card. This is finishing top 1,000-ish or top like 14%.
Mhm.
And or top 7, I don't know. The math is so off. Anyways, to win a top tier card, which are called star cards in football, you have a 0.3% chance. So 1 out of every 300 people are going to win a star card
Yep.
ish.
Which basically means that they'll probably give 2 star cards away through these boxes, theoretically, in every given week, on
Yeah.
average.
A 1% chance to win a tier 1, a 3.7% chance to win a tier 2, 15% chance to win a tier 3. Tier 3 is the lowest tier in football. But I mean, that's a 1 out of 6.5, 6 2/3 chance. I mean, that's pretty good.
That is not
Like
bad.
a 15% chance to win a tier, like 1 out of every 6 people, 1 out of every 7 people, let's say, are going to win a tier 3. And a little bit more than that. So 15% plus, so it adds up to what? 15% plus 3.7 is 18.7, plus 0.3 is 19,
It's
plus 1
20%.
is 20%.
20.
Right. So
Yep.
20% of people are going to win an extra card, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Ish. I mean, it's not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
plus for the 121 to 600th place, it's not another card. That's their only reward.
Right.
No. Or they get a box with it. Oh yeah. For the 500
Yeah.
people about
But these
just get the
people,
box.
it's just it's an added bonus, really.
Yep.
I mean,
So yeah,
you
so if
win
we
a
call
worse
right.
tier, but you have a chance at getting more, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool.
So on average, so for you'll pay out 120 cards and then call it an extra 500 or 600 people, another 120 cards, so 240 through the top 600 to be expected. Let's see what the standard box and
Yeah,
light
I'm
box
curious
have
to
to
see these
offer.
lower tier boxes.
Oh, you can
Okay.
still win cards. Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
0.1% chance of winning a star. So maybe it's like 1 or 2 again they're giving out. Looks like a
Yep.
total of 12% of
Yep.
people are going to win a
Yep.
card. And then 2 times level up are 88% chances. Or, okay, this isn't like a pack that has just been created at random number generation. They have pre-created these boxes and they are handing them out to people.
Mm,
Everyone that wins a box is going to win something.
right. Yeah.
Okay. It's not that theoretically if you open a box you have an 88% chance to win. It's 88% chance that your reward is going to be
Mm-hmm.
that. Okay, I was going
Correct.
about this the whole wrong way in my head. It
Right.
makes sense now. Okay, so everyone's going to win something. 88% of
Mm-hmm.
people are going to win a 2 times level up, and 12% of people are going to win a card. And then let's look at this light box. It's 10%, isn't it?
Wow.
No, 9. 9%.
9%. That's such an interesting number.
It is interesting.
They
91%. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Man, if you're this one person, probably one out of the people that win one of these, for getting. See, now this, okay, this says only top 4,200.
Yeah, well, I don't understand these numbers because they don't correspond with what their Medium article said, but
Huh.
they
So
might have
maybe they lowered it based on
revised it
Yeah.
based on entries. Yeah,
participation. Huh. Interesting. So, I mean, it's like top 25% or top 35% now, depending on how many people actually register.
if it's 14,000 people that register, yeah.
So
What are the total entries right now? Can we see?
yeah. And I'm curious, Josh, if you can go to the
Yeah,
historical.
so it'll
9,000.
probably
Yep.
it'll probably hit about 12 by the start tomorrow. You think?
How many rewards did they pay out previously in
I
270
believe it was the
limited?
top 1,300, but let me pull that up.
Got a
My
card?
lineups here, prize pool. Yep, 1,300.
So you know what's funny with this is there will be less cards
Whoa.
given away.
You scored 302?
What was my 270 lineup?
Wow.
I
So
know, right?
you would have won a box,
Oh
Josh.
no! Go back to your
I
threshold
know.
team.
Wait, the best part. Okay, I was gonna bring this up, but now that it's up, I can bring it up. Siopis, Cardiff going into Hull City, losing 3-0, and he got a yellow card. So he got -8 for that, and that would have been my threshold.
Wow.
Look at that. It's terrible.
What are you doing, Emanuele? No,
And
you.
Wolves losing 3-0 to West Ham? What are we doing? Come on, Wolves.
Yeah.
Kelly, though, penalty save and a clean sheet. Good guy.
Wow. Liam
W.
carried you to nothing.
Yeah. Nosh,
But
anyways.
my Liam Kelly 88 helped my team put up a nice 370 in my cap 240. So yeah.
Jeez. That's a
wow.
reward,
Are you
isn't
gonna
it?
get a card?
You had some pretty good soccer scores.
I know. Not good enough, but my
Wait, Jacob,
basketball
are you?
scores were pretty good
I don't
too,
know.
but
I actually don't know. We'll see tomorrow. I'm leaving it up for the gods, the so rare gods.
yeah, it's interesting concept. I think I like it. It's kind of fun that you could get last of the rewards and still win something really good. It might not feel fair if you scored higher and just got like a level up, but I think that's kind of how the cookie crumbles
I
with this kind
mean,
of reward system.
if all of your limited cards, and I know this is hard to do, but if all of your limited cards in your cap 240 lineup were level 20, full on 10% XP, you would have gotten that 280 threshold.
True.
Right.
That would have helped.
That's
So
true.
even those level ups are going to be pretty sick.
The funny thing though is there's less cards given out. Even if like if you crunch the numbers, there were 1,200 limited cards given out. There's probably now for sure only 120 given out. But if you do the math, law of large numbers, they will be giving out probably an extra 400 cards. So there will be less cards, albeit higher quality. I believe it's only tier 3 and above. Which kind of begs the question: what are they going to do with the tier 4s and 5s? Because no one wants them. They can't auction them off. What's a backup Wolves? Well, actually, uh the third string
No,
goalkeeper.
I thought there were no tier 4s and 5s in soccer. I thought tier
Right.
3 was the lowest.
No, there's 4s and 5s in
Yeah,
soccer.
the top 1300 was tier 5.
Hmm.
That
Okay,
reward pool.
okay.
Yeah, so it's interesting like what they're gonna do with that long term. But from a baseball and basketball, I would love to see this happen. Like if I was on the cusp of winning a bench player or a G League player in NBA, I'd shake the dice and hope that I can win a Trey Young or I don't know, Jimmy Buckets, as opposed to someone that's probably going to get 1 minute if the entire team or Heat team is sick or something. But yeah, no, I it's it's another exciting development for soccer where they're trying to get away from just card rewards, even though this really is just card rewards, but in a different form. They're kind of giving people the image that they could win a card, but they still will get something out of it with a boost. So I think credit to the Sorare team for coming up with something creative.
How much more excited would you be about it if they threw in 1% get a jersey and another 0.3% get
1%.
$5 or $10 or I think this opens a door to that kind of thing too. Throw in some monetary rewards into these boxes, throw in some merch, throw in some hats, throw in whatever. Um, just having that possibility to win something like that, I think is exciting enough to have people be happy about it. Um, the reason
Hmm.
why the main reason why we brought this up is because, I mean, we talk more basketball and baseball, so it's coming to football. When's it coming to basketball and baseball? I think that's the obvious question at this point. Or is it
Yeah.
at all?
Well, we
Well,
were promised.
they've already experimented with other rewards in rare because people were complaining about the rare rewards in rare NBA. both
Yeah.
contender and champion. So if they're going to be doing other awards like this, like you said, I think 1% of people winning jerseys is still extremely high. But
Sure.
even
Well,
if
it was
they
just an
threw in like,
example.
yeah, if they threw in a couple of jerseys, like they throw in a couple of star tiers, yeah, I could absolutely see that being a thing in the future. And you know what they gave away today for their 12 Days of Christmas was Premier League tickets. They could also throw tickets in there.
Yep.
True.
So it's overall, yeah, even though they're giving away less cards, I think people do like a balance of fungible and non-fungible, even though it's still based off of the blockchain, you know. How many people do you think play So Rare that have no idea that it originally was developed on Ethereum?
I think a good portion by now.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
important.
But I think the
Actually,
crypto part of SoRare is probably not. It's obviously not as emphasized, especially when you go to their website. I think if you control F the word crypto or ETH, I don't think other than your wallet,
my
it might
balance,
not
yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
But speaking of crypto, though, prices, Ethereum was down today, I think.
Getting a market update.
But overall, the percentages have been up recently. But unless you guys have something else to say, the So Rare, especially the So Rare NBA prices,
Mhm.
don't seem to be following that of the Ethereum graph. In fact, they seem to be trending the opposite way. They seem to be rolling down the hill like a snowball, building up speed, trying to stop, but instead it's going to crash at the bottom of the hill, avalanche. And how I guess this is such a topic. I don't know
Yeah.
where to start with the questions, but how does So Rare stop the snowball?
Or
Is
what
the
caused
snowball
it?
gonna
What
melt it? What caused it? Is the snowball gonna stop itself? Do we need more rewards? Do we need more competitions? Do we need more um correspondence from New York?
it's true. They haven't. Where's our court update? Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
that's
No
been
court
a
report
while.
this week.
Yeah, court report.
Maybe
But
they're
no,
busting out something good for the holidays before they take a week off.
They'll drop it tomorrow, knowing that we
Yeah,
record on Monday
they
night.
always drop stuff
probably.
after we, yeah.
But I gotta say, we've disagreed before on the podcast, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Jacob rightly called. I think you called the top. I think we can go back to that clip.
It was pretty
Um,
close. Yeah.
that was pretty dang close. And what I mean by that, we were talking about the NBA in-season tournament coming to a close. So Rare replaced that with some cool, exciting competitions with U23 and veterans. But unlike the uh, kind of special tournament, you only needed two in-season cards. And I made the guess of like, oh, this would be a good time to scout those cards. Don't listen to me. Hopefully none of you did, or you should have listened to Jacob, who is like, actually, I don't think there's people are going to need to buy that many cards for this. And then we kind of made the conclusion of, well, that might actually mean prices are going to go down for a lot of cards. And unfortunately, that is the case. And the reason why, like if you look, Solar Data, I think we talked about them before. They have a nice graph with prices by year.
You think we've talked about Sorare data before?
And before during the tournament, there was a gap between 2023 and 2022 cards for every single player, especially those that were doing well in the tournament. That gap has gone and smushed. So you can basically buy a 2023 the same price as a 2022 because there's I mean, yes, they give you a little bit extra utility with the veterans in U23, but the four card requirement is gone, and there's no more NBA in-season tournament. So I don't know, like that to me is the catalyst behind all of this. But it's an underlying thing. I don't know, maybe it's competitions, but I don't know, Josh. I know Jacob had the take. I had I guess, gloat for him. What do you think of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think basketball is already predisposed to weird pricing based on scoring.
Mm,
Um, the MVP, the top 10 players in the league are always going to hold value because they're the MVP cards. And then you kind of move into those 20 to 30 to 40 point range. And those cards don't have as much utility as like the 10 to 20 range. So players that are averaging 10 to 20 points are actually more valuable than a player who's averaging like 35 points who you can't really fit into any lineup.
mm,
Um, Really, it falls into street ball, but I don't think street ball has enough value to it to boost that average scoring range up. So I think it's always going to be a challenge just based on that factor alone, where the scoring doesn't always equate to the price of the card. And I feel like you have a lot more players in that 20 to 40 range as opposed to on the outsides. I think you'd probably see a pretty nice bell-shaped curve where there's a lot less 0 to 15 or 20 and a lot less 50 to 60 average, and then in the middle it's this kind of guy. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think you nailed it with the in-season tournament. There's actually a need to buy new cards, and at this point, unless you're scrounging for some veterans, some 2023 veteran cards, there isn't really anything driving you to buy a 2023 card over a 2022 card. And I think that's kind of driving both prices down right now.
Yeah. And I think, one big difference between NBA and MLB, one thing I think that I often overlook is MLB requires 7 cards. NBA only requires 5. So just like the amount of cards that you need is just far, far less. So even though I think the baseball still might actually have more competitions than NBA. But just the amount of cards you actually need is just far, far less. Because even in baseball, you at least need 2 starting pitchers. You need ideally depth to like if someone has a 4-game week versus a 2-game week,
Right.
people get injured and all that stuff. Just the sheer number, the way they've structured the game, I don't think there's a need to have that many cards coming from a person, as you saw in my gallery before, who has 125 limited cards that no one in their right mind should have. And it's actually something I am thinking about of like, is my gallery too maxed out? Um, because I like you saw, I think I build like 19 training lineups a week, which is a terrible use of so rare cards. I just don't have any places to play them.
I was to
But I don't
say
know what do you guys think about that?
on any given week, the most cards you need is 20 to fill out your champ, your contender, your veteran or under 23, and your street ball lineup. That's 20 cards. So having, let's say, 30 cards, that includes injuries, your backups, players you can throw into training lineups. Nothing's motivating anybody to own more than 30 or 40 cards at this point. Um, and I think Solar is going to have to implement more permanent tournaments, and then within those tournaments, maybe requiring more cards, requiring more 2023 cards, and maybe even including something like positions into different competitions. That way, you can kind of help facilitate the market more. Whereas right now, you get your 20 cards and you're set. You're set for all of the competitions that are currently available. So, I think we're gonna have to see something more permanent happen over the next few weeks.
Mm,
Few weeks, huh?
I mean, veterans and U23 isn't enough, and I think they see that. At least they should see that based on every single card having a 15 to 25% drop over the last few weeks in
more than
price.
that, I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for some.
So I think a solution, and I don't know if this is going to work long term, but because they haven't even tried it out in football, but the loot boxes could
Yep.
be a solution to these card prices falling. You could have this always be a requirement. You need 3 or 4, maybe not 5, 3 or 4
Yeah.
new cards, and this would translate into next season. Then you need 3 or 4 new cards the next season, and in that you get, what was it, 33% of people
Hmm.
was, or so 35% of people winning a loot box, and then they can level up their cards and such. But you need, like, having that stipulation of needing new cards to enter that competition. I don't
Hmm.
know how many cards that they have disposed at their disposal, like waiting for new competitions in the future, because they have a stockpile of every single card for future competitions,
Hmm.
because that I mean they will be adding more stuff, at least for the playoffs, maybe for the All-Star game, who knows, and then whatever else they add in between then. So loot boxes, man. Throw
Yeah.
in maybe some cash, even if it's like a
Oh.
dollar or two. Well, because the card mints are so cut this year,
Hmm.
you might need to throw in other rewards. Throw in cash, obviously XP bonuses, NBA store discounts or
Game
gift
Yeah.
Pass.
cards. Yeah, League
I mean,
Pass or League Pass gift card or something like that.
yeah, and just based on like what we saw with the numbers with football, introducing the loot boxes is a way to reward everybody, but also take card rewards down. So you can
Hmm.
allot those card rewards into new competitions because you won't be giving
Yep.
out as many cards with the loot boxes. So I would rather see less cards being rewarded and introducing loot boxes and putting in 2 or 3 permanent new competitions that we can submit our cards into.
Yeah. Because like let's say there's a competition with 500 card rewards. Let's say you took 100 of those out, but you did a loot box where let's say 20% of those people win a card. You could take those 100 rewards and effectively, what would the math be, 500 loot boxes. Um, so you could give out an extra. So instead of paying to the top 500, you'd be now paying to the top 900 in that competition. So you'd have 400 for sure cards, and then 100 lucky people would win something from the loot box. So it's an extra, like it's because I think like the biggest barrier to more competitions is just the amount of rewards they can physically give out. Like that's why they had to stop the in-season tournament. Well, the in-season tournament was unique, but why they can't do veterans and U23 as permanent competitions. So there's just not enough rewards. But if they took this approach and essentially created alternative rewards, maybe that is the secret thing. I think they need to try something because if not, the NBA market doesn't have a threshold, so there's really nothing to keep it afloat. Theoretically, in football, that's as long as that exists, that will keep the cards having some value. But in NBA, there needs to be, I don't know, something else that keeps
Loot
because
boxes.
but even with loot boxes, it's still cards to win cards to win cards that win cards. It's still like a perpetual cycle. I don't know.
That's what limited originally was cards to win cards to win cards to win cards.
Right. Yeah, even in football. But they added the threshold to that,
Right.
which sort of gave them value, which did assign some value to them.
Right.
Uh,
So even like, right.
I mean, correct
Um
me if I'm wrong too, though. We kind of saw a similar drop off with football before the threshold was introduced. And I think there's a lot of question marks surrounding limited cards in the football competitions, and what was going to withstand their market value. And then with the thresholds being introduced, that kind of reinflated the market, not inflated, but
mhm.
boosted the market to where it was before. Um, I think I may be misremembering, but I want to say it's a similar kind of thing that's happening right now in NBA.
Yeah. I think like thresholds are their break the glass in case of emergency. And we're close to that point. I mean, I don't want to be too much of an alarmist, given that it is the holidays, but But Sora shouldn't be too jolly this Christmas season. I think, they promised rivals, they promised collections. They haven't delivered on those yet. I still trust the team will, but I think this is a sign that just they need to be putting out stuff, and if they're not going to, then unfortunately the market is going to continue in the
Keep going
direction it's
down.
going in.
Mhm.
Or unless they
People
stop
will be
minting
unhappy.
cards.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, there you have it.
But we're gonna do an AMA this week, not to well, I guess I just dropped it.
You just,
But let
bam.
let let
We'll
us know
tweet
what
it
you
out.
think.
Yeah.
But we really would love to hear your take on this. Like, as you're looking at your own gallery, do you look at the prices of your cards? Do you look at, I mean, counterpoints, all of this is a great time to buy. Cards have never been cheaper. You
Now
want to
I'll agree
build
with you. Yeah.
if you want to build a rare team, if you want to
I'm
you want to
doing that. I'm doing it.
right. So if you want to
I've
build a
built a
rare
rare
team,
team. Yeah. Andrew,
if you
you
want
should
to
build a rare team.
honestly, yeah, maybe this is the time I trade in some of my limiteds because I probably don't need 125 of them. That's kind of
Mm.
crazy. With no rare cards, but yeah, maybe that is that'll be my project over the holidays to make a rare team. But I don't know. They need to give us some excitement, and I don't know. We'd love to hear from you, and we're gonna put that on Twitter. Let us know. Would love to hear your thoughts and let us know if you agree with us or offer your own take.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Well,
let's round it out with a podal,
okay, yeah.
shall we?
I have a
Oh,
very short Sporkle
a
quiz.
short.
I haven't.
Oh, you have a Sporkle
It's
quiz.
not. It has not been previewed, so it could either be really
Oh, you
easy or
should
really
vet it real
dumb.
quick.
What do
Why
you
are there
mean?
some bad ones out there?
Well, just to make sure you click on it doesn't say like F you.
No, it doesn't. I'm
All
I'm
right.
on the quiz. I just haven't started it yet.
All right.
There's no
The
obscene
title
content
the
nudity.
title of it is Bucks, Ducks, or Canucks. That's all I'll tell you. And we're
Is
gonna go
this
from there.
hockey?
It's Bucks, Ducks, or Canucks. So we're
Tampa
picking
Bay
whether
Bucks,
each clue
Milwaukee
applies to.
Bucks, Anaheim Ducks, or Vancouver Canucks. We got two hockey teams.
An American football team.
It's only 24 questions. It's
All
6
right.
minutes, so it'll go
Let's get it.
fast, and then we'll do the poodle after this.
All right.
The
Well, let's
poodle.
get it.
Poodle.
Might have to skip some hockey players. Oh, it's not players. Won the 71 finals.
Bucks.
That's the
Bucks.
Bucks, baby. Bucks.
Oh,
Bucks joined the NHL in 1970.
Ducks, right?
Probably the Ducks.
Yeah, Ducks.
Ah, it was
Oh.
the Canucks.
Bucks.
Timu Solani
Timo's
is
Ducks.
no team. I don't know. He's the Canucks.
Really? I
He's
thought
the
he was the Ducks.
Click it. Hey, let's go. 2000 Stanley Cup Finals, the Ducks. Same city as the Angels.
The Ducks. The Ducks.
The
Oh, yeah. I
Ducks,
was like,
Anaheim, dude.
so this is the Ducks then,
That's
because
the
the last
Ducks.
one was
Yeah.
So many Ducks plays the same city with the Brewers. Blue, navy blue, green, and white. That could be
But that's
that
the
could be the
Bucks.
Canucks. That could be the
Oh.
Canucks.
It could
What?
be the Bucks too.
That's the Bucks.
Oh.
It could be either, honestly.
Wait,
right?
what?
The Canucks have black.
They don't have green, do they? The Canucks?
I would go Bucks.
Come on, that's totally
it's,
the Bucks.
It's the Canucks. It's
What?
the Canucks.
That's wrong.
Trevor
Trevor
Linden
Linden.
is probably the Canucks.
That's what I was gonna say.
Stadium is in California.
Ducks. The only
Hey,
NFL
welcome
team.
to the
NFL.
game.
Rays and Lightning is the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yep.
Black, gold, orange, and white.
That's the
is the
Ducks.
Tampa Bay Bucks. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Orange.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait,
That's
orange?
the Bucks. That's the Bucks.
Wait, I don't know about that. I don't.
What?
Yeah.
Orange?
Yeah,
Why did I
bro.
listen?
The Bucks have orange.
This is the Bucks.
Yes.
The Bucks are red, not orange.
No, the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers. Okay, I need to specify here. Okay,
No,
team
the
colors
Buccaneers are
Oh
red.
yeah, this is the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay.
Lost
That's the Vancouver Riots. That's easy. Red
Pewter?
pewter. Okay, that's
What?
the Bucks.
These that's the
Buccaneers.
Bucks.
I told you they had orange.
Farthest
Oh,
west,
here we
that's the
go.
Ducks. Oh wait, but Vancouver. Wait, 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 wait.
Vancouver.
Vancouver
It's
is west.
probably.
It's west
Is
of
it?
Anaheim. It's
Is
gotta
it?
be.
You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
because California sticks out a little bit like a
No,
butt.
it's Vancouver. Come on. The earth is flat. Or it's not flat.
The Earth is flat.
Wait,
The Earth is whoa, 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 whoa! It is.
Oh, he's
I
right.
told you. I told you.
It's a
Come on.
good quiz.
The earth curves. The earth curves.
Oh.
It's
Oh
the
yeah, Vancouver.
Canucks.
Yeah.
Leroy Selman.
That
That's gotta be
sounds
the
like
Buccaneers.
a football name. Yeah.
That's
It
that's a
does
bit
sound like a
no,
football
because
name.
that's a high number. That's a football number.
Farthest south.
Farthest South Stadium
That's the Bucks.
is
Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's easy. Central, that's the
Hey,
Milwaukee
that's
Bucks.
us, baby.
Hey, easily
that's pretty
destroyed
good.
the average.
That's pretty good. Okay,
That's pretty good.
that was
Wow.
that wasn't bad.
I
I wasn't
enjoyed
sure
that.
what to expect, but
that was an enjoyable quiz. You had me laughing.
how do you do? Is
The
it called the
colors one,
It's
yeah.
just Jakob Podol.
poodle?
No, it's in wait, it's
There it is.
there you go. There you go.
Trey Young, I think, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gotta be
Oh,
the guy.
true. It's got to be
Yeah.
Trey.
If it's Trey, I'm gonna
It's nobody.
It's none of them.
It's
None
the
of the
West.
above. It's
All right.
LeBron
Draymond Green.
James.
Draymond Green. Or let's do LeBron.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, relevancy. We're only guessing relevancy here.
Yeah,
Go for
yeah.
it.
Which
Just go
one?
for LeBron.
LeBron or
Either
Green?
one. Either
Just
one.
go for.
Your pick. Dealer's choice.
Oh wait, LeBron's. Oh, it's right. He switched back. to
Okay, he's
22.
between 25 and 38. Okay.
Okay, so he's not in the Pacific. How about
Does this mean he's a power forward or
forward or like a forward slash guard, like a 1, 2,
Sabonis?
2, 3?
Ooh, he's tall, really tall.
Oh,
Oh, he is. Is it what? No, it can't be.
could it be?
It can't be Wemby.
Why not? Oh, because the age. Because the age.
Age.
The age. Yep.
He's got a
Age,
higher
right.
number. Hmm.
How tall is Sabonis?
Yeah, just guess him.
Like it.
That'd be pretty tall.
Oh, Pacific. Duh.
Ooh, taller.
Okay, so he's close
He's
to
also
27.
Pacific. He's West. Karl Anthony Towns. Oh wait, he's older than 20. That's gotta be Karl Anthony Towns.
That's a good guess.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Oh,
What?
it has to
He
be.
said it's gotta
He
be
claimed
Carl
it
Anthony
has to
Towns,
be.
and it was.
It has to be.
Sorare
and it was.
ambassador.
Whoa.
Told you.
Wow. Call your
I got
shots.
to high five him.
Call your shots.
You did it earlier today.
I did. No.
You
Hand-
did it on your phone or something.
Hand on.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Wow. That was impressive. Well done.
There we go.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Come on, it's gotta
There
be Karl Anthony Towns. One of my
gotta be.
125 soda cards.
That's good. I actually won his limit or his common today.
Hey.
Anyway, Jacob already shouted us out, so do all the things he said earlier. I don't have to shout us out
Oh, but
again.
you gotta stay tuned. Or in fact, this will be out by the time we tweet. We are giving away
Not
that
this
hat, not that exact hat,
'Cause my head's sweaty.
Andrew's-
You don't want
yeah.
it. You don't want
but
it.
an exact
Andrew's
replica
DNA
of
has
that
touched this
hat.
hat.
No, it actually I've never worn it. It's never been worn.
Is it black or is it that color?
It's black.
Well, I mean, we'll see the picture on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll tweet that out, and we're gonna require you guys to ask us anything on Twitter. So we're gonna build up a nice little stack of questions, ask some of them for a Christmas special, or answer some of them, I should say. And we're gonna give this away if you ask us a question.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
Can,
Yeah.
can be at all of us,
it's
one
gonna
of
be
us,
Twitter,
none of
yeah.
us.
it does not have to be so rare related. It can be so rare related. It can be Nosh, how old are you? It can be
That's a good question.
It can be Andrew, what's your favorite color? It can be me, what's your
Yeah.
favorite so rare card? It can be
Oh.
whatever.
Oh.
So
Andrew, what is your address? Oh, wait.
Just go
Yeah,
follow
you know
my
what?
find my
What?
TikTok.
That's a good
I
point.
doxed myself.
That's a good point. It can be anything, whatever, within reason, because we draw lines here.
That is
Do
true.
we?
You can ask it,
I would
but
say
we might not answer
PG,
it.
keep it PG if it needs to be PG-13, as long as we don't require the circle E or the square E, keeping the podcast, trying to keep it squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Cleaner than the hat that Andrew's going to be giving away.
You shouldn't say that.
Why are you're putting this hat through the mud, even
Why
though
would
it
you
has
say
not
that?
been in mud at all?
It's good. It's good. It makes it more valuable.
Oh, yeah, you should autograph it.
They probably don't want that.
You
The
should-
value would go
that would
down.
devalue
You
it.
should facsimile or whatever that word is.
Facsimile.
Yeah, you should do that, and you should sign like Karl Anthony Towns or Steph Curry or something. Like Steph Curry, and then you should give it away.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right.
So yeah, a Steph Curry autographed hat. That's what we're giving away.
Oh
Ask
my
us something
God.
on Twitter.
Oh my God. Out of context. Anyway.
Yeah.
Go be on the lookout for that. Go follow the socials. And as always, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Do you sleep with that next to you?
Jacob's never going to stop the recording, is he?
Yeah. Wait, is that on your bedside table?
Mm-hmm.
That's cute.
Okay. All right.
He prays
no.
to